Akadosh Boker Or, Mishna Yomi Masechet Batra, Perek Hey, chapter 5, Mishnah Dalet and Hey, 4 and 5. Says Mishnah Dalet, Hakone Shene Ilanot Betos Sadeh Chavro. If you're going to buy 2 fruit-bearing trees, right, in your fellow's field. Okay, so you bought 2 trees in the field. Harezelo Kanakarka, you didn't buy any land whatsoever with the trees. So therefore, you have the right of the trees growing, right? But not as well as the wood or whatever. But you don't have karka. That is the shita of the Tanakama. Rabbi Meir says karka. You do buy the land as well. Obviously, the nafkamina will be what? The nafkamina will be if those trees die, can I plant another 2 trees over there? Higdilu. If the trees grew larger, lo yishafeh. The seller cannot now cut them back. Right? Even though, again, the shade of the trees is not good, he can't do anything. They grew. Anything that comes from the shoots or the ground, from the trunk, right, above the ground, belong to the buyer, because they're considered part of the tree. Mina shodashim, and if it comes from the roots, shel bala karka, it belongs to the owner of the karka, the land, because that does not belong, right, to the person. Vimetu, and if the tree dies, and lo karka, he doesn't have any land. Again, because if you do not have land, there's nothing there. So if the tree died, kaddish, get rid of the tree, and now that's it. You have nothing to do with my property anymore. Okay? However, though, kanash losha, if he purchased 3 trees or more, kana karka, he does buy the karka, right, of the actual trees underneath it as well. Higdilu, and therefore if they grow, yishafeh, the seller can cut them back, right? Because since the shade is not good for the land, and the buyer has no claim to any land that was not included in the sale, so therefore that's it. Now I do have the rights to cut down the tree because it's giving off too much, not the tree, but like the branches or whatever it is, it's giving off too much shade. Anything that comes from the trunk, right, or the roots, it belongs to him. If he dies, so then yeshlo karka, he does have karka. Okay, that was Mishnah Dalet. Okay, Mishnah Hey, which means he could plant the tree again, obviously. Mishnah Hey. Hamocher rosh be'emagasa lo macharet raglaim. If you sold the head of an animal, we're talking about the big animals, right? So therefore, you sold the head of the animal, you didn't sell the legs of the animal together with the head. Okay, but it's enough meat already to be considered a separate section. But if you sold the legs, right? Lo macharet rosh, you didn't also sell the head. Macharet kaneh, if you sold the windpipe, lo macharet kaved, you didn't sell the liver. Macharet kaved, if you sold the liver, you didn't sell the windpipe. Aval, however, though, because why? Again, it's a be'magasa. Be'magasa means a big animal. So every single piece is important. So therefore, it's a big. So therefore, you don't sell it together. Aval bidaka, but by be'madaka are the small animals. So by the small animals, he comes and he says, macharet rosh, macharet aglaim. When you sell the head, you sell the legs with it. Macharet aglaim, but if you sold the legs, not the head. Because basically it goes after the most important part. So if you sell the legs, you're not going to go by the head. But the head, you did get the legs. Macharet kaneh, macharet kavev. If you sold the windpipe, you sold the liver. If you sold the liver, you did not sell the windpipe. Have a wonderful day, everyone.